All right, folks, Saturday, March 23rd. Got these pad, just a little side chute here. So, and the driveway pad will connect to this. And got the other little mini pad, little sidewalk connector. Got it done. So that'll connect to the driveway pad as well. So got the overhead beam installed for this new section. Got to get those 1, 2, 3 awnings cut out. I got the steel pulled off yesterday. So that's going to be the new angle. So that should fit together pretty fine. Not much of an angle, but it's enough to get the water shed. So that's working on that a little bit today. Then in between that, got my benches, got the chandrite to keep the bugs out of it, and then 2 coats of varnish on this so far. So this stuff really sucks it in. And what I've done here is I've got 2 layers of wood, because you can't, I can buy some big heavy duty boards, but they're way expensive. This stuff is cheap. So this is the bottom side, so nobody will see all these screw holes. But that way I can tie the 2 together, and I put glue in between the sheets, so it helps to make it pretty strong. So this is the table underneath. So run a piece of sandpaper over that before the coat. Got the first coat on the paint on the bench frames, so that's looking all right. And coat or 2 on the table legs, so that's looking a lot better. So I'll just continue on with these. I just have the underside, so I'll give this a little rough sand, and then come back over with 1 more coat, and then I'll flip them over and start working on the sides and top. And those guys will be finished in a couple days. It just takes do a coat and let it sit for a day, do a coat, let it sit for a day, do a coat, let it sit for a day. That way it dries well. So on the top side I need 3 or 4 coats. And then we put it all together. So yeah, that's going pretty good. And if you guys got some concrete repair, actually found this. This is a Crocodile repair mortar for some structure. So when I drilled these holes out using a hammer drill, because this is just a cement post, it kind of blew the side out, but this stuff works pretty good, and it sets up. I did some repairs on here, because when I pulled the forms off, this edge chipped. But this stuff works pretty good. So this was 275 baht, and it makes quite a bit. It's a powder. I thought it was going to be a premix, so they had little bags of powder at Thai Watsuda for like 58 baht, but this was like 8-10 bags by volume. So I would have just got the bags, but I thought this stuff was already pre-mixed, and then I wouldn't have to mess with it. But it is the powder as well. So if you don't have much to do, you can do just the small bags. And then this is the varnish that I use, the Gallant. That stuff works pretty good. And then the black paint is just this. What I can buy locally is Mazo Rustec. And this stuff needs to be thinned. And this stuff needs to be thinned. Seems to be everything that you buy in Thailand needs to be thinned. It's thick, 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 thick. The first coat I did of this stuff, it was thick, 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 and I couldn't figure out what was going on. So Had to do a translation on the label and bought some thinner. So once you thin it down, it's still, I've got it thin quite a bit and it's still pretty thick. But it does lay down fairly well. You know, it's not about like everything here in Thailand. If I could thin it down enough to spray it, and I had a spray gun and a spray booth and all that good stuff, but I don't. So, but anyway, show you the new, bought me an oven finally. So made some pizzas and toasted my buns for my hamburgers yesterday, so that's a nice addition. And gonna have mangoes for breakfast. It is officially mango season now. Alongside the road, everybody's selling them. So that's the update today. As I get that table flipped over and get some of this, I gotta extend. Here, I'll show you this real quick. So luckily, this beam came out beyond the support here. So I have to add 78 centimeters onto this end, but at least it was not, I was afraid it was going to break right here and I'd have to make it super strong, but out here just support that last couple feet. It should less than a meter. I can weld that on there all the way around, and that will be plenty strong just to hold that little bit of weight. So I've got 3 of those to add on as well, and I just have to cut this angle. It's only like it comes out to be like a 5-degree angle right there, so I have to cut that end and then add on to that end and get these guys cut off. So yeah, it's pretty good. So happy with the progress of that and the way that laid down. So we'll show you some updates as I get going. All right, so it's Sunday morning. Got up and put a coat of varnish on these guys. So they're starting to look good. That wood really sucks up the varnish. Of course, with a little bit of thinner in there, it really kind of soaks in, so that's good. So we'll work on another coat this evening. But today's adventure is welding these guys. So I got the old awning cut out. Got the old awning cut out and got these new pieces, three bars welded in. I'm working on this end, so I'll put it on some time lapse. Nothing too exciting, but I'll let you guys see what I got going on. Decent little welds. I'll accept that. Good enough for this stuff. It's actually running it, not just hitting little spots. Like I still do like 3 sides and middle, and then come back and clean it up, and then hit the 2 sides. So it's getting better. I put the thick wall stuff there, and this is thin wall stuff. So this thin wall stuff, it'll burn pretty easy, so you got to be a little bit careful. So when I'm welding, I'll put my tip mainly on the thick wall stuff first. So I'll kind of angle it down, get that hot, get a little pool, and then I'll just brush up with the tip to hit the thin wall stuff, and that'll lock it all together. So yeah, that's how I've been getting around that without burning holes in that thin wall stuff, because it's kind of hard to weld, but you get the hang of it after a while. Just practice, practice, practice. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. All right. And the finished product, pepperoni and bacon, American bacon. That one's just pepperoni because she didn't like the American bacon. An enjoyable Sunday night. Not terribly hot. I can sit here without a fan and not sweat. Got a few tunes playing. Tiger the kitty had to come over and see me. Got tables over there that I'm working on. Got that ceiling left to be closed in. It'll be this week. Oh, just so many projects. Got my room cleaned up today. It feels a lot better. It was getting kind of out of control. Couldn't find anything. I need my shop to be built, but the guy says he's ready to come. I'm not really ready for him to come, but I'll go ahead and spend the money and get my shop built. Close that in, close this in for the bedroom, and we're ready to go. Thank you everybody for watching these videos. I know they're not terribly exciting, but it's a real life in Thailand. It is what it is. It's all that we are. I'll give you the rundown on the cost on the build for the shop and for the bedroom as we come across it, and that'll be on the next video. I'll kind of give you the rundown on that, and we'll see how it actually pans out. Again, please subscribe, and thanks for watching, and hope you guys learned something from this. I make a few mistakes here and there, but hopefully you can learn something and gain a little bit of experience. It's not that hard to do here. Don't be afraid of it. Just go and do it. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Okay, table number 2 is complete. Ready to go to brother's house. 2 benches and a tabletop. So turned out pretty nice. I'm pleased with it. So yeah. Fits in the back of the truck nicely. Should transport well. So that run it up to him tomorrow for early happy birthday. And then this morning we're getting ready to enter into construction mode once again. So I've been trying to clean up this space because we are going to lay block. Block is due in today. So I got all the roofing material. That was $300 for all the trim, with the exception of one roof cap right here to close that gap. I forgot about that. But I've got everything else. Had them bend me some flashing. Took a little bit of talking to get them to figure out what I was actually talking about, but got that bent up. So 4 sheets of steel 7 meters long, 4 of the edge trims, and I had them bend it a little bit longer so that it covers, so that it actually comes down and covers the whole beam instead of leaving that 2 or 3 centimeters hanging down. So I had them bend it a little bit longer. And then got a pile of sand to make mortar. So yeah, we're gonna start rocking and rolling here. Brick is due in today, so I'm just busy trying to clean up, and I gotta cut this stuff to length now and get ready for the roof to go on, because that will make this a lot cooler over here. And off we go. So wish me luck. And so it begins, the springtime pre-wet season weather. Storm blowing in. Got our plastic down by the kitchen. It's just blowing these damn teak trees, man. Their leaves are giant, but now they have these almost like a tumbleweed in America, and then all the seed pods get everywhere. So they're pretty good sized seed pod. so they fall everywhere and get everywhere. Yeah, these trees, they're almost, looks like they're dead now, but they grow so fast. I've talked about them a ton, but they're just a horrible tree. Kind of like, I don't know if I think they're cottonwoods or sycamores in America that have the big ball that drops and have the big giant leaves. I think it's a sycamore. But yeah, they're real similar to the sycamores in the States. But yeah, it's coming. All the steel got delivered today for the new section. They bent that correctly, but they didn't put any ridges. They just gave me a 90-degree bend, and they have a machine that puts some, like this stuff right here, has a ridge in it that makes it a little bit stronger. But they didn't even bother putting in any ridges or anything in that, so which a majority of that angle is going to be cut. I just wanted to fill the space in here and the space up there, so I didn't have rain and water going in there, and I don't want rain and water going that way. So that's the only reason I ordered those. But design challenges are quite frequent here. So, and I could probably take a schematic and I could draw it out in SketchUp or something, and they'd just scratch their heads on how to do it. So it is what it is. But yeah, we got table loaded up, ready to go for tomorrow. Got cement wrapped up nice and tight so it doesn't get too wet, which it shouldn't anyway, get wet underneath here. Just watered the plants. Of course, now there'll be a tsunami of rain. Power just went off, so can't listen to any tunes unless I get out the earphones. But these winds like this, excuse me, the winds like this are the only bad thing about an indoor kitchen. Well, it's trying to come on. Flickered on and off for a second. They did have it off today. They were doing some work. So who knows what's going on. But yeah, it's a spring day. Yahoo! Oh, the old wind's picking up now. I do have a piece of tin laying up there on the roof. It's got one screw in it, but yeah. Damn, what the hell is that? Well, I haven't seen wind. Oh, the joys of living in Thailand. About the same as living in Kansas, but it's not fucking freezing cold. The old leaf blower will get a workout in the morning. Power was flickering off and on. My water pump is on the main line over back down there and it's still working, so they got power on that side. My solar panel flipped up. Here, Goy over there screaming something. Screaming at the dogs or the cats. What are you yelling at? What are you yelling at? Oh, going to pick up all her mangoes. The green mangoes falling out of the tree. Headman's got a flap of roof flying away. That's what I try to build. Huh? I can't hear you. Who came there? I don't know what you're saying. See some come down there for sleeping. Oh. Wind is blowing about 60, 70 miles an hour. How well built this structure is here. This is where it came from. She was saying the tent blew away. Oh, their sign fell down. Woo! Here comes the rain. Oh, tree just fell. Boy. Ah! Woo! Woo! Oh, that was fun. Well, she's coming down now, boys and girls. Got some trees down. I'm gonna make it back over to the house. Power's flickering off and on down this side, so I'm not sure what's going off, if it's grounding out somewhere or what, but I unplugged a lot of stuff. I'm gonna go unplug the TV. Man, mangoes falling left and right. Whew. Here's where you test your welds, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, don't want that flying up in the air. Wow. I'm gonna go unplug some stuff in the house. Make sure it's unplugged. Don't want to blow up the TV. Oh, reach back here and unplug that stuff. TV's off, but we get a surge. I unplugged the refrigerator and everything in here is unplugged. Damn. It has never been this bad. That's good 60, 70 mile an hour winds there, boys and girls. Ain't nothing to play around there. All my plants are still sitting on the ledge though. I don't imagine that'll last long. Oh, I've got a piece of fence. I need to go tie that off. Go grab some blocks and tie that off. We got thunder and lightning happening now. Got some rain. Those street lights still trying to come on, flashing on and off over there. Probably can't see it, it's way over there. I think I'm gonna redo my ground on the electric. I'm gonna put a lot heavier wire. And we need to do something in this window, but usually it's not windy and stuff like this. We just get torrential rains and it's fairly calm. But of course the metal roof makes everything seem a lot worse. The Goy's mom's house, roof's ripping off of it. But that's all, that thing over there is about ready to fall down anyway, so. This thing's pretty solid. It ain't moving yet. Knock on wood, hopefully. I don't have any wood to knock on, but. Brought all the plants down just in case. That's why I put waterproof boxes right there. Sealed it up with silicone and stuff, even though it's not a waterproof connection, but that clanging is the fence down there on the end. It's clanging. This thing here is about ready to fall down, but it's low on the project list, so looks like brother's table's still staying dry. Man, I didn't see it like this ever before. Everybody's got their hatches battened down. Alright, we'll come back if anything interesting develops.